Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play.
Yep, and this episode is episode 37, and it is Deal or No Deal. Is she or he worth reneging your deal breaker for?
No deal.
No deal?
I don't know.
That's already it?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had to think about that in a while. So
Right.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because I was just thinking about, this is also coming from the time that I was with that girl, and
Religion girl.
Religion, okay. That's what we'll call her.
I don't know. We have names for everybody.
No, that's fine. Religion girl, which is funny because she's not into religion. But
that's why we're giving her that name.
So with religion girl, and like you were pretty. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you're pretty adamant about her still going along with the relationship because there was just one thing that was wrong with
it's not the end of the world. Like, calm yourself.
Right. So it's like,
I like God. You don't know if you like God. All good. We're not worried about God right now.
We're not worried about God right now. So it was just like, hey, to me, everything, I don't want to say everything like lined up like the stars. I mean, of course, there's always little hiccups and things, but like I was telling you before, things were good, and we had a very good foundation to work off on.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that we would, be together and frolic in the sunset or whatever.
Okay.
So that's
have to frolic anywhere.
So the thing is like, okay, there's that big elephant in the room. Should we just ignore it and just, hey, you know what? Let's do it, and we'll be fine or whatever? Or it's like, ooh, yeah, I mean, you're perfect and stuff, but this one thing is on my list, and you know what? I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I mean, I haven't found any deal breakers with Boo.
Mm-hmm.
But people I've dated in the past.
but you have deal breakers though. We've discussed it. I forget what it is, what they are.
I think it's like drugs and stuff and
that's right.
laziness.
Yeah.
And,
Yes. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those were like the main ones.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were the main ones. Yeah. I don't remember what episode that was, but yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, you were really big thing about drugs, and you did not like laziness.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not a big fan of that,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't really like smokers. Like
Right.
cigarette smokers. I mean, if you smoke weed, like, that's your own business.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't really want you to do it around me.
Yeah, but that's
just health reasons.
all right. But I think that's still gonna bleed over though.
No, because like I don't care. I mean, no, because everyone who I know who does smoke weed is just like they smoke it like in the privacy of their own like vibe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just like puffing like you do. Like it doesn't. When people like smoke cigarettes and they like have to take cigarette breaks from things, that's annoying.
Right.
Like, oh, let me just go outside and have this cigarette real quick. Pause the movie. What? Fuck you. I need to know what happened. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but that's different from your friends, as to say your significant other. It's gonna bleed over.
It's fine, but
it's gonna bleed over.
I'm not really friends with anyone that smokes like cigarettes on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I think I'm friends with people who smoke like, and it has nothing to do with like people I choose to keep as friends. It's just they're bad for you.
Yeah.
Surgeon General said so.
Right.
So
it says so on the box.
most of my friends know how to read. So.
Yeah. Right.
They're like,
Yeah.
So, but I did like ask my friends. I was like, I put up a poll on Facebook.
Right.
Because apparently if I put it on Bed Love Beyond, I get crickets.
Right.
These people hopefully are all on Bed Love Beyond, but I got guys and girls answered.
And what was the question that they answered?
The question was, Question: when you're when you're dating or in a relationship, do you have any deal breakers? And I was like, yes, this is a survey. So
yes, that's the preface.
my one friend said smokers, lateness, and flat asses.
Okay.
And I was like, thank you for your input. And then he explained to me why he likes women with asses.
Right.
There was an extensive conversation about that. And then female said smokers, rudeness, and people who are judgmental.
Right.
My other boy basically said figure out as much as you can on the first date or two. Don't waste time. And yes, the more deal breakers, the better, in my opinion. I don't really know what that means. I should have asked him to like elaborate on that. And then basically there was a whole conversation about the circumference of the booty cheeks.
To pause you right there, I think he just means like, wait, say it again. The more what?
The more deal breakers, the better.
I think it's just he's saying like the more rules that you have that you're not gonna fall for anything that they propose to you. But I feel that that's extremely restrictive because you're not going to get Miss or Mr. Perfect. There are things that are going to bleed through the cracks that you just have to deal with and tolerate. So I don't understand.
Then he brought up a point that said men and women have a totally different approach to their list of deal breakers. And then 3 people liked it. Mm-hmm. So apparently people share that opinion.
Right.
My other friend, she said people who are dirty, smokers, and unemployed. I put smokers, lazy liars. That's what I put.
Smoker and lazy liars.
Noble, who was on our show, Noble Casalupis.
Yes.
He put standing me up, kissing anyone else, back talk, and non-drinker. And then he wrote, "What are you hiding? What are you hiding? You don't like the truth serum?"
But wait, like the first 2, they wouldn't happen if you're in a relationship. Why would the person be kissing somebody else?
I guess he just deals with some shady bitches in New York. I don't know.
I guess.
This other girl wrote
that's a relationship breaker, not a deal breaker.
I know. Cigarettes, narcissist, and lateness too shows no respect for my time. I don't like when people are late. That really bothers me. Right. Super late. Like if you're running late, that's fine, but I don't like lateness I'll either. Be there, and then it's like 3 hours later. I'm like, where are you?
Yeah, I don't like lateness either. I'm very prompt.
Our friends over at Hip Hop 101 in Chicago, who just recently gave us a shout out, said not humble, non-herb smoker, and non-hip hop lover. I was like, okay, that's his list. People have that, qualification.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then Noble also added embarrassing me and fighting people physically. And then somebody else, another female, said cheaters, smokers, and people who are not humble. And then my other boy said drugs, alcohol abuse, and cheating.
Okay.
Well, I said dating or in a relationship.
Right. No, that's fine.
So
no, because I'm trying to twist the not humbles because that not that it sounds wrong. They don't. If you're narcissistic, that's a deal breaker. But
I think that kind of means like the not humble too. Like
no, yeah. I'm like in my head, I couldn't picture what they were saying because like not humble because like not being humble, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of hard.
Like
not
imagine
to do.
If you're like, let's say you date a lawyer guy or whatever.
Okay.
And he's very well off.
Yeah.
But he's just like, look at my flashy car, look at my flashy jewelry, look at this, look at that. I'm so great. Like,
right.
That's good that you have a good job and that you make good money. Yeah. But for you to be like bragging about it and not just boasting. Be like, yo, I'm blessed to have been
right
to have afforded the education to get this job or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not humble about how you got to where you are, and you're just like, look at me, like nobody likes that.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
You know.
Okay.
I guess that's what they mean. That's how I would take it.
Yeah. Right. Because they don't like narcissistic people.
Right.
I got you. All right, but. Okay, that's a good survey, and I thank you for doing that. That was very impromptu of you. That's awesome. But the thing is, no, you were.
I was like, articles, no. Surveys, I'm on it.
But the thing is, though,
I took 2 stats classes in college.
I wish that we could ask them, would they give up any of those for somebody who they think is, not perfect, but
I'm
like
gonna comment now and see if anyone answers me by the end of the show.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, ask them, would they give up any of those if the person if they thought that this person was if the other person was like was banging on all cylinders, you know, everything else was great about the person, but the only fallback was their deal breaker, would you tolerate it, or would you be like, nah, like I gotta go? Like that's the thing that we want to know, and that's why we created this episode. You know, deal or no deal.
Doesn't deal breakers just say that's the deal breaker?
It's true, but but it's a good thing to discuss, and you're absolutely right. Like, this is a deal breaker, but the thing is, you've never been in a situation where you're like, man, this guy is awesome, he's great, but like there's just this one thing, and like, I can't stand it. But you never had that fight with yourself with the angel and the devil, and you're like, maybe I could tolerate this thing, whatever it is. You know, maybe I can tolerate it. And then, because, you know, sometimes people, I don't want to say desperate, but you've said it yourself, it's a rat race out there.
Right.
So it's like, all right, so this person smokes cigarettes, but man, he's got a good job, he's financially stable, he's got his own place, and he's really sweet, he's cute, he's handsome. You know, he treats me like a queen, and I have fun with him. We always go to, like, we can watch SVU or the night of, or
the night of was fire.
or go to like Rockefeller Center and like walk. Like, he's great.
I have to say, like, I do say that smoking is a deal breaker, but Crazy Boy smoked, and I dealt with it. I don't know why. I think he like embedded his crazy onto me for a while.
No, it's because you guys matched up quite a lot. You told me the attributes of why you even fell for him in the first place.
Well, we were like friends when we were kids.
Right, but also you guys went through the same surgery.
Right.
And
we were like kindred.
Yeah, so only Kismet. You guys.
One of those words.
I think it's Kismet. So only you two, at least in the vicinity of where you guys are.
Mental illness trumped all that.
No, but I'm just saying, you both of you guys knew about that experience. Only you two. So that's how you guys form that bond. Right. And then you're like, yo, this person's pretty cool. And yeah, he smokes, but all these other things line up and they're great. And you said that your families got along together too. Yeah. So it's like, look at that. Everything else lines up. It's perfect. Right. But then you're like, but he smokes. But all this other stuff is good. It's like the scale. It's like the Libra scale, you know? Like, you put like two things on the left and like all these other things are on the right, but they're still being balanced. And you're like, I don't know what should I do? But then he like trumped everything, and then like he went, batshit crazy. But still, you had that
moment of weakness.
Not even moment of weakness. You had that talk with yourself. You had that talk with yourself, and I'm sure a lot of people out there have that as well. That talk, just like, what do I do? What do I do?
I don't know. I guess that's how it went down. Mm-hmm. But I guess like you have to decide, like, first of all, I guess it's like, okay, is it dating? Well, it depends on like where you're at in life. Like, okay. Some of the millennials are maybe just dating to have fun, and maybe, Mr. Big Dick is bigger and more important than somebody who has like a deal breaker with them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, oh, the sex is really good, but fuck the deal breaker because I'm not gonna marry him anyway.
Right, and I'm not gonna get this any place else.
Right. So they're just like, okay, but like people in our age group are like, I can't marry you, so no. Right. I don't care how big a dick is.
Yeah, right.
So
that's true too.
Take a big dick down the street. With your bad habits.
With your bad habits. No, that makes sense too. There definitely is a generational thing that going on with it. Yeah, if you're younger, you're definitely more free. So you're just like, yeah, I have this deal breaker, but like, look at him or look at her, like, F it, Right. So, okay, so
have you ever seen an ass so fat? Oh my god.
Yeah, or like, okay, so she does a bump, in the bathroom, whatever.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh man, so just like whatever. Like I'm not gonna marry this chick. It's cool, you know. No, okay, no, I hear that. My second thing is like, yeah, what are people willing to sacrifice for the sake of a relationship, or should you at all? Do you think that reeks of desperation? If you just like if you just throw your deal breaker to the wind just because you want to be in a relationship, or should you stand firm?
I think it really just depends on like what your end game is.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I don't know. Like it really depends on what your end game is. Like I know personally, me, I would want to stand firm on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I remember I dated this guy, and like for a while, my deal breaker was like, I really don't want to date a guy with kids. I don't want the drama.
Yeah.
And I really liked him, and then he broke the news to me, like I don't know, to the point where I really, really liked him, and he was like, I have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, you kind of lied.
Right.
And then he like gave me the reason why he didn't lie, but he did.
Uh-huh.
So at the moment, like I kind of gave up my deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked, and one friend had answered, and he said, I loved a woman with kids, and maybe I could again, but a smoker, no way. And someone who is perpetually late would make me insane. It's just rude and disrespectful. So I guess there's like different levels of where your deal breaking is.
No, absolutely.
So if she smokes, no, not happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And I guess if she had a kid, maybe that was part of his deal breaker thing. Like some people, unfortunately, you have to. I guess at this age, you kind of accept like people have kids. It happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When you find the unicorn for people who don't have kids in who are in our age group, you know, you're like, But then you're also like, do you want kids because your baby making days are limited?
Right.
Well, you know, modern technology is amazing.
Right, but
for better,
there is a
little cutoff period.
Yeah.
So
there is a difference. We'll say that because we don't want to offend.
Right. I mean, whatever. We're not doctors.
Yeah.
But I guess everyone has like their own point of view. So, our friend over at Hip Hop 101 commented, depends on if you could deal or tolerate with the deal breaker. You kind of look at it as the 70-30 rule. Oh, I guess in Chi-Town they do 70-30.
Oh, excuse me,
My
Chi-Town.
My bad.
My bad, son.
We do 80-20 over here.
Saying, yo, what's up with that deep dish?
If it's at least 70% good and only 30% bad, then you're doing good. But some deal breaker rates are higher than 30%.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Well, I can definitely
thank you, Sane, for the input.
Thank you, Hip Hop 101, and definitely check that out.
Yeah, I just put their link on our page.
Oh, beautiful.
They're schooling the millennials on
music,
on hip hop, the real deal hip hop.
Hey, that's what you got to do. Hey, I'm sorry, like we're not trying to offend, with the Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert and 21 Savage and all that stuff, but
who are they?
I
was like, are you shouting out street names?
Those are the new millennial rappers right there. I named probably like 3 or 4 people on the what is it, Double XL freshman college thing? Freshman
people?
College, the freshman class. There you go. Thank you. Damn, why you gotta say the garbage?
I heard they were garbage.
I mean, yeah. To each their own. You'd probably have to watch the video. You don't have to, but yeah. So
that would be my deal breaker. Do you rap like that?
Do you rap like
fucking.
that? Do you rap like that? Oh,
nope.
Man. That's funny.
Be like, yo, shorty, I spit bars, and like start spitting shit. I'm like, what? Have you ever heard good hip hop? Do you think that is hip hop?
No, but thank you.
Get out of my house.
Thank you, Hip Hop 101, for schooling everyone who needs to be schooled.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but it's very interesting because of what you said about the different tiers. Because I wrote down, this was very quick, but I wrote down different levels and different tiers that are that could be, either tolerated or not. Because I either took this from experience or friends of mine who might not want to relinquish their deal breaker status because they're like, nah, I can't deal with this. So this is a very mild one, but it could be really intense for somebody else. And I remember I was talking with a friend of mine, and you came up, but not in a conversation that you were in the conversation.
Right.
But this just reminded me of you, where there's this thing. I mean, the nickname is called Ratchet Mondays, and it's reality TV. And there's like Love and Hip Hop and like Black Ink or something.
What's God, I love Black Ink.
Okay,
and I love Love and Hip Hop New York.
No, that's what I'm saying. So all right, so boom. Let's say you're going out with this guy, and he comes over on Monday, and he has nothing to watch.
I got DVR.
No, no, but okay. But here's the thing. So it's like 8:00. And you're like, oh my God. And he's like, whoa, what happened? And he's like, yo, freaking Love and Hip Hop is coming on. And he's like, you watch that stuff? And he's like, hell yeah, I watch that stuff. This is my shit. And like some people could be like, yo, she's fine, whatever. And like, she's cool. And she likes that stuff. But you know what? Nah, I'm a rock with her. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'll sit down and watch, but like, I won't be invested, but fine. Everything else about her is cool.
Right.
But I've personally heard people where they are like anti like Ratchet not even reality TV, Ratchet Mondays, because they feel that like it's demeaning to the Black community and all that stuff, and Black people need to be held in a higher light. They're playing us, you need to be woke and all this stuff. So now that guy comes over your house and you're like, oh man, Black Ink is gonna be so crazy. He's gonna be like, the fuck? Like, you watch this? And you're like, nah, I don't care how fine
I gotta see what Caesar and Duchess are up to. He's stringing her along. Just saying. It's
like, I don't care how fine you are, Jennifer. I can't do this. So I guess it depends, on who you are.
That'd be insane. If you don't want to fucking date me because I watch Black Ink and Love and Hip Hop, yo, you can take the door and a seat and go be by yourself.
But you understand what I'm saying,
light
right?
incense and keep it moving.
But I don't think it's necessarily about the show. I think it's just about the concept of the show.
Right, but
just like playing
I don't judge people or people of color or anybody on those shows. I just
You just like the entertainment.
I just want to see a shit show sometimes.
No, it's true, and I put that too, because somebody was saying, oh, this was pertaining to Married at First Sight, where I was over at a friend's house and they're married, and she was like, look, would you rather have us have actual drama in our lives, because we don't have that. I don't bring that to you, but I watch television so I can get that. So I watch Married at First Sight or these reality TV so I can get that from you. Like, I can stop watching it, but then we're gonna have drama. So because he's like, oh, that stuff is all fake, and I was like, not Married at First Sight. Don't you dare talk about my show about like that. And he's like rolling his eyes, and she was like, look, like I watched the show because I like to see drama, but I don't bring that drama to you. So like, you should be happy that I only get it from the show. I don't bring it to you in life. So he was like, yeah, you're right. So I mean, obviously he tolerated it because they're married. So,
wasn't his deal breaker.
Yeah, exactly. So, but on the flip side of that, I have a friend, and we always make fun of him because we're saying that he was born in the wrong year. I mean, but he was born in the wrong century, because he should have been in the medieval times, because he loves love and marriage. And he hates any marriage related show, like Joe Millionaire. Remember that old school Joe Millionaire? And like Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire, and Bachelor, Bachelorette, Married at First Sight, Love at First Kiss. He hates all those shows because he says it ruins the sanctity of marriage. So it's like, maybe that could be his deal breaker if he decides, if he meets a girl who loves Married at First Sight, and he's like, no, I can't. I can't do this.
I guess it depends how good their marriage is. I mean, it's just a show. I don't like
it's a show, but also it I don't want to say it's a mentality, because one, that doesn't make any sense. But it's
that's like women being mad at men for watching football because it's barbaric. Oh, bomb drops.
No, that's good. No, but a lot of women do hate football Sunday.
No, I think a lot of
along.
women just hate the attention being taken off of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
like,
yes,
and
yeah.
like, it's like a whole entire day that person's out of commission.
Yeah, but you got the other 6. You good?
We were. I am so grateful that the men who I've dated, well, no, my ex like really liked football.
Right.
Like he'd go to the bar every Sunday. I'm like, bye, Felicia. It was like my day. It was like my day to go out with the girls. So,
But wait, but did he do it all day or just the most important game he would go out?
it was like his team played every Sunday.
Right.
I think all teams play every Sunday. I don't really know how that goes. Sorry.
Right.
Don't give a fuck. And like he would, depending on what time the game was, he would go to the bar like an hour early.
Right.
And then maybe stay for like another
Get a
hour
good
or
seat.
2.
You gotta get a good seat.
Right. So that's like 6-7 hours at a bar. That's like a work day at a bar.
Yeah.
So we would maybe get breakfast.
Yeah.
And then he'd be out.
Okay. So he leaves. Okay. He leaves in the middle of the day and doesn't come back until like dusk.
Night.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean dusk. Yeah. I mean nighttime. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, I was invited to go.
Yeah, but
I was like, yo, it's your time with your people.
Yeah.
Do you?
Right.
But I mean, there was Sundays where like stuff would come up and I'd be like, oh, wouldn't it be great to go apple picking? You know, like, nope, game's on, bitch.
About to pick up this football.
Right, exactly.
About to pick up the remote to watch this game.
You know, there's sometimes you'd be like, I could watch the game at home. I'm like, just go.
Oh.
No, really. He could have. After a while, I was like, aren't you going to watch a game?
Isn't it Sunday?
I was like, is it Sunday yet? My girls would be like, what you do this weekend? I was like, Saturday we're busy, but yo, I'm down Sunday.
You give him the foam finger. All right, babe.
Yeah.
Get out.
But like now, my current relationship, like I don't think, like I think he'll like watch it if it's on like with people.
Right.
But he's not like, sorry.
He's not doing
Sunday
fantasy
stuff.
football right now.
No.
Right. Okay.
No.
All right.
I
That's
adore
good.
him for that. That's wonderful.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god. As where I'm like, I gotta go watch UFC. Sorry.
I know. Yeah.
He's like, I never
You have
really
your
watched this.
you have your own thing. Yeah.
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry.
Yeah,
it's Saturday night.
Jen's not trying to be stereotypical. She can run with the boys too. She has her own thing. She's like, oh, you got football? Yeah, I got UFC.
Oh, he's like, oh, do you want to go do this? I'm like, sorry, this is Jones fight on. Actually,
That's
I'm
funny.
not Team Jones right now, but that's another story.
That is funny.
But yeah, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, let's say a guy didn't like that I watched UFC and was like, oh, UFC is not a real sport. Boxing is better. But like, okay, fine, don't fucking come.
That's not even an argument, and I'm not even into sports like that. Like UFC is a legitimate sport. I don't even know why
I'm
people
just
say.
saying, like,
Yeah, I know,
if
but
somebody came at me like that,
like I don't even know why somebody would say that. And it has all the competitiveness of an actual sport, but whatever.
I think though I'd be really offended if somebody came at me and like talk shit about hip hop though, because even though I don't listen to like hip hop like I used to,
Mm-hmm.
like I think that like I still have like a love for rhythmic music and like electro music, electronic music.
But how would this person
like if
present it to you if it was a deal breaker of
like,
theirs?
imagine if he only listened to country music and he was like, come on, we're gonna go to a Jason Aldean concert.
What?
I don't even know who that is. I'd be like, no, we're not. There's like one really hot country music guy though.
Who?
I don't know his name. He's like super hot.
Is he like super popular?
Yeah, he is. I don't know his name though.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna look up hot country artists.
So if I said the name, you wouldn't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Kenny Chesney?
No.
Okay.
He has like a normal name. Not like he's got a beard.
Oh, well, I don't know.
He's not like one of those like, you know, Tim McGraw type people.
Okay, he's like a modern.
Yeah.
Modern
I didn't
country
even know
singer?
he was like country.
I don't know. That's a good.
All right, regardless. The point is that if some guy was like, "Oh, I like this guy." I'd be like,
So you wouldn't even. But okay, let's say he liked that person, right? But he's not necessarily opposed to your hip hop. You wouldn't want to go see what that person's about. He's not saying you can't listen to hip hop. It's not a deal breaker. Like if you don't like the person, then you don't like the person. But he's not saying, oh, nah. If you like hip hop, I can't date you. That's a deal breaker because I don't listen to that because it offends me and it's derogatory to women.
It offends me.
It's degrading to women and they curse every 5 seconds, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
I'd be like, bye, boo. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, but you wouldn't adopt a significant other's artist? You would only listen to what you listen to, and he listens to what he listens to?
I don't know. I think like there's certain things that kind of like make you like that bring you together.
Right.
You know, like if you're in the car and like you just like one kind of music.
Yeah.
Then, you know, you're sitting there like, you know, your partner's like, you know, let's say your partner likes, you know, metal.
Okay.
And you just love hip hop and you think metal makes your ears bleed.
Okay.
I think the guy's name is Sam Hunt.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's hot for a country guy. So like then you're sitting there like, I don't know if I can fucking take road trips with this dude. I don't know if I can like sit in the car.
One genre of music.
Yeah.
Right.
How many times can we listen to Hotel California? I mean, that's a great song. You can listen to it over and over.
Right.
But like,
and I get it. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, if I listened to like met a guy who only like jazz and classical music, like, yes, I just like the fine arts. I'd be like, we have nothing in common because I want to hear the new Drake album. So.
Stupid.
Can I listen to Views? No.
I actually have a restored love for that album. I bought it late, not like last week or something like that. I bought it late and I listened to it and I was like, oh, okay.
I listened to it on Google Play.
But then
plug.
But then I've been like really like listening to it, and I probably
you
think
like some weird music, Martini.
I do.
You do.
But
you're like, oh my god, the Matrix album.
I like musical scores. Yes.
Yeah, you do. Now, could a woman, if you only listen to musical scores?
Okay.
We're just talking a lot about music. This is the Dealbreaker.
Yeah, we're going. That's fine.
Okay.
We good.
So like, if a woman was like, "Oh my god, I cannot hear the soundtrack to Annie another goddamn time."
To Annie? Oh, okay, that's what I thought you said.
I did, but like,
I was like, to Annie. Okay, go ahead.
The sun will come out
No, it's not. It's raining. Okay.
I'm like, is this over yet?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. But the thing is, though, that's not the only thing that I listen to. You've been in my car many times.
The Rock Band soundtrack. I mean, come on.
What?
Rock Band.
Okay.
And I like all the songs from Rock Band. I'm just saying.
No, but you know that I have a very eclectic.
Yeah.
Choice
like
of music.
1 minute it's like the score to something, and the next minute it's like Young Jock or something.
Yeah.
Prior to his freaking weave, they put in, whatever that shit is.
Right. It's for a movie. Calm down.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I didn't read. See, I don't even read to see why he did that shit.
No, but a lot of people didn't. But he came on Instagram and was like, "It's for a movie." But he's like, "Yo, but okay, what if I did rock it? Well, what's the problem with that?"
Good for him.
So
it'd be a deal breaker for me.
I like that. You were like, good for him, like in support, but like it'd be a deal breaker for me.
I would.
Sorry, buddy.
Not for me. Not in this house.
Yeah, you're funny.
Your hair lays nicer than mine. Nope.
But anyway, to go back to what I was saying, yeah, I really like that album. I probably think it's probably his best. That's what I think.
We still need
because I really listened to it.
We still need to do the podcast about love and music and movies and music. I mean, movies and love, like media that makes you like love.
Let's do it.
I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, you just got to tell me. I'll write it down. But yeah, that's upcoming. So
we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, because we just made it up. So okay, so you're saying what would I do if a woman was like, I don't like your wide
genre.
spectrum of music.
Your eclectic taste is just like not for me.
Right.
Sorry.
You know what?
What if you dated a girl who only listened to K-pop?
Oh, whoa. Yeah, because here's the thing. I like a little bit of everything. That's why I think in my list of what I want in a significant other, as opposed to a deal breaker, I did put that she has to have eclectic taste, because my taste is so not jarring, but my taste is so wide. It will be very difficult for me to hear somebody else only have just one or two specific genres of music, just like, wow, you don't listen to other things, because Jen's right. Like, I'll even when I won't play anything right now. Okay, so like right now on my playlist is Nelly Furtado. The next one is Hillsong Live, church group. Next one is Alicia Keys and Jay-Z. Next one is Bubba Sparks. People don't remember him. Next one is Matchbox 20.
When you're gone.
Next one is Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. Next one is Silver Tide. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different. It's all over the place. It's all over the place, but that's what I like, man. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for just one thing of genre, so that's why I like to scroll. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting a different mood right now.
Right.
I love that. I love that about my music. I love my music. And you're right. I definitely do think about that sometimes. I'm like, how's this gonna work? You know, I mean, it worked with my ex-fiance, for the most part. Like, sometimes there is, I wouldn't play some like real, like, I wouldn't say nasty music, but like real like dirty music, like you know, like DMX Where the Hood At.
Right.
Not everybody can take that song. You know, that song is super hood. You know, so like for her ears, I would not play that. You know, if it came up. But for the most part, she'd be fine with that. So
I had a roommate in college, and she didn't have a TV in her house.
Yeah.
So she didn't like watching TV, and I brought a TV with me to college. I was like, I gotta watch my shows. So but if I like dated a guy who like didn't watch TV or like didn't watch movies, I don't know who those people are. I don't think I could be with them.
No, there's some people who prefer books over movies and stuff.
Yeah, books are great, but no.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I totally understand. I hear you. Yeah.
And I've thought about this before. Like, I don't know if being a vegan would be a deal breaker for me. I just think it would make things like super difficult, and I'd always feel judged.
Yes.
My brothers are vegans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And every time we have Thanksgiving dinner, I'm like, don't judge me.
You're like
please.
Cutting the turkey, and you're like giving everybody the side eye.
We're all kind of like comical, so like, you know, my brother will be like, "Oh, that poor bird." I'm like, "Dude, stop." And he's like, "That bird could have had a great life." I'm like, "Could it have? Could it have really?" But they don't like really judge too much.
Nah, I hear you.
They make their comments.
Right.
And he's like, "I'm just gonna say one more thing." I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's funny. No, but yeah, like sometimes I'll be on OkCupid and I see like vegan or vegetarian, and I'm like, I can't. Because then, I mean, not to say that I'm hating on what you're doing, but I just know it's just gonna be difficult to try to find a place. Because like I'm not gonna eat vegan with you. You can have your kale salad. I'm gonna have buffalo or whatever. Right. You know, but then it's gonna be weird.
And women have like a hard enough deciding on where to eat to begin with. Yeah. If you're like, "Babe, where do you want to eat?" I was actually thinking we could go to Veggie Heaven. No.
And you're like, all right. I'm not gonna judge you. Go ahead, yo. Kill that, kill that freaking salad. Put some, French dressing on that or whatever.
They can't eat that.
Go ham. Oh, they can't see.
I don't really know for sure.
No, but
if
like
it's got cream in it, they
can. But then I know you're gonna look at me and like you're gonna be like, all right, do you really have to eat all of that? A fourth of a chicken? I'm like, yo, that's what they serve. It's not my fault. Like this is good.
As you're like sucking the meat out of the bones.
Right? This is great. Like I can't have that. So yeah, so there's that like light stuff. Medium, I put well, we already talked about it. Smokes weed. And let's say if you're against it, can you tolerate it? If everything else is copacetic with him, can you tolerate smoking weed or not?
Again, I think it depends on how much it happens. If it's like, oh, I'm out with my boys and like they passed around like the blunt and I took a couple hits, cool. But if you like, spending your Sunday with the bong to your face, like, nah, buddy.
So is this
when you start to become unproductive because of it,
right?
I can't be down with you.
Can the person have the smell of it?
Mm.
They're done. They didn't do it in front of your face. They did it outside, whatever.
Right.
And they came in and like, okay, baby, let's watch the night of. And like, okay. And so he sits right next to you and you're like, oh fuck.
No,
Like,
I mean, that's why like I like people who are respectful. That's the whole cleanliness thing. Like, go rinse out your mouth. Go throw on some cologne.
I don't know why that was so funny. Go rinse out your mouth.
Because I'm serious about what I say. I'm not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a bottle of like Listerine. Make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Go pat yourself down with some cologne.
Right.
Change your shirt.
Yeah.
Whatever I have to do.
Right.
Wash your ass if you have to.
Okay.
Just let's go.
So it's okay.
I don't know. I did. My first like real love was like a pothead, like weed smoker, and he never smoked in front of me until like years later after we broke up and like we were hanging out like and I brought him to my college.
Yeah.
And he was like heartbroken. He was like, I can't believe I'm smoking in front of you. I can't believe I'm doing. Like, he felt so bad.
Right.
And I was just like, you don't have to feel bad. We're grown now. Like, we're not dating.
Yeah.
You don't owe me anything.
Yeah.
He's just like, no. He's like, you've never seen me smoke before. And, like, not that I'm going to act weird or anything, but, like, I just respected you enough all this time not to do it in front of you.
Right.
And now, like, we're just at a party, so
Yeah, I was like,
let up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's all good. Have fun.
Have fun. Okay. So this isn't a Derek Heather situation.
No, like she like if she felt that strongly about it, like when we're referring to Married at First Sight, the new season, Heather found out that Derek was smoking. It was like, but she wrote down occasionally smokes is okay.
But occasionally is very subjective.
I think she probably meant like, you know, the guys who like have a cigarette at the bar when they drink. Oh, you can't smoke at bars anymore, but you know those people?
Yeah.
Who like if they're out at the bar and they have a drink.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
like
saying? Socially.
Right.
Like he's on vacation, like he keeps saying.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I can't believe he smokes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But to do a side note, since you did a plug, we'll do our own plug. We're on Periscope. So
oh yeah,
you could see our full recaps on Periscope. If you have a Twitter account, please go on Periscope, BedLoveBeyond. We also put it on our Facebook page too, facebook.com/BedLoveBeyond. And you can see our full recaps of this season of Married at First Sight. And we're also going to start You're the Worst.
Yes, it starts this Wednesday.
So we're gonna recap that as well. And I already saw some things that I'm very angry about and very heartbroken about. So
And You're the Worst.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Well, the commercial. I didn't see an episode. So yeah.
Is it because Samara Wiley's on there?
I'm sorry.
Samara Wiley. Poussey from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, she's on there.
Is now a therapist.
She's what's her name?
Samara Wiley.
No.
Poussey.
No, the lead female character. What's her name?
Oh my God!
Right?
Oh my God! I forgot.
Well, she's her.
What's his name?
Therapist, Jimmy.
Gretchen.
Yes, Gretchen.
I know people in couples.
yeah, Gretchen. And Jimmy St. Ives or something like that? No, overly something? No,
I don't know.
He has a diesel last name, but I love
he's
it.
British.
I love it, but yeah. Anyway, but we're going to be doing You're the Worst, and we're also going to be doing...
I mean, if you don't watch
we
You're
have
the
been
Worst
doing
with me,
Married
that
at First
might be a
Sight.
deal breaker.
Oh, look at that. That's definitely a deal breaker. Also, on the medium spectrum, I believe, cooking. A friend of mine, he loves his. This was both a battle with tolerating and deal breaking, because that's his deal breaker. Like he loves his wife cooking, whatever. He doesn't cook. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's say he said okay, if we broke up, he knows now to not try and go for somebody who doesn't know how to cook. You know, because he's not gonna like try to play himself and be like, oh, this person is great in everything. You know, she knows how to, you know, like look back at it. You know, like all this everything under the sun. But if she doesn't know how to cook, he's not gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm still mess with it though, because everything is all good. He's like, nah, because that's his deal breaker, because he knows that it's gonna be a lot of bad stuff if he has to cook because he's horrible. He's horrible at it, and he's like, I can't do it. So he would want to try to find a woman who knows how to cook. So that's like his thing. That's something that he can't break, even though a woman in question is prolific and everything else.
Right.
So
one of my female friends who had commented when I asked everybody yes or no if the deal breakers would cause you to be with someone or not.
Yes.
She said smoking a narcissist is still a no. Like that's the deal breaker. But the lateness.
Those are big.
If everything else is right, they can get a pass.
Oh, if everything else was
right?
right?
So I guess lateness would be one of those
lateness.
like small or medium or small issues.
Like mild.
Mild. That's the right word. As we're smoking a narcissist, it's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because that's hard to tolerate. Somebody who's narcissistic. I mean, Kanye and Kim. So.
Yeah, but they're both like, I'm great, you're great, I'm great, we're both great.
So you think both people have to be narcissistic for it to twist into being encouraging?
Because they just look at themselves as like power couples.
Right. So I guess that's okay because they're both.
We're like, I'm amazing and you're amazing and together we're fucking fabulous. But if they both didn't deem each other as amazing, they're never gonna work.
Right.
Because their ego is always gonna get in the way.
Yeah.
There is no humbleness there. There's no like, I'm great and I'm a hard worker and I'm this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I'm fucking awesome.
Right.
Check me the fuck out. And then she's like, I'm fucking awesome. Check me the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, you know what? She is fucking awesome. She's on my level.
Right.
You know, he wouldn't have fucking stayed with Amber Rose. She's just pretty and sweet and nice.
Yeah.
But she was just a booty hole model. He's not on her level.
Right.
She's a Kardashian. Do you know what that means? Nothing. It really means fucking nothing. But like, do you know what it means?
Well,
to him,
yeah.
Oh, her daddy was OJ's lawyer.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's all about status.
Yeah.
And those relationships maybe do last because that's all. As long as we're both on top, we're both on top. Mm-hmm. If Kim were to get fat and fall off,
right.
Let's say, God forbid, and I don't wish this on anyone, Kim were to like become like a paraplegic.
Oh, okay.
I'm just being extra.
No, yeah, that was extra.
Kanye would be like, deal breaker.
Wow.
I honestly don't think he'd stay with her.
Wow.
It's really fucked up, but I honestly don't think that. I don't think it's a genuine love between narcissists. It's a love of who you are, who you could be, who we are together.
Right.
It's not like this is the mother of my child love.
Right. Wow. That's deep.
It's sad.
Because I don't know their names. But no. Christopher Reeve, Superman.
Right.
Paraplegic. Mm-hmm. Superman.
Right.
Can't fly anymore.
He can't walk anymore.
No, but
right.
Superman can't fly anymore. That's deep.
R.I.P.
You know? But his wife stayed with him.
Of course.
Through thick and thin.
Loved him.
Yeah.
She loved him before he was Superman.
Yeah.
He was only Superman. Right?
I mean, well.
Was he in any other movies?
Yeah, he was in other movies, but I mean, nothing is iconic as Superman, you know?
Well, I think we've had this conversation before about this is more of the sickness and health thing.
Right.
But with Dexter, I think I brought it up on that episode.
Yes.
I know that's not his name, Michael C. Hall. Jennifer Carpenter, who played his sister on the show.
Yeah.
They did a great job, by the way. She couldn't deal with his being sick.
Right.
That was a deal breaker for her because emotionally she just couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
She just couldn't deal with it. And that, I don't know. You have to be, that's shitty.
I don't know.
You suck, Jennifer Carpenter. Sorry, I'm being judgmental.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully your deal breakers, you know them before you get into a relationship. Before you say I do. Before
right.
you.
Oh yeah. Oh
you,
my God. Especially if you
take them to meet the folks.
Way before you say I do. Yeah.
All that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're dating. He dips. People still dip, I think, right? You know what dip is? The chewing tobacco. The stuff they stick in their mouth.
I think you meant we're dating. He's out. Like he dipped. I was like, oh, that's messed up.
You dip, we dip.
I was like, yo, that's kind of messed up. Like you can't find him. Like what happened? That's what I thought you meant.
No. That's a deal breaker.
Yeah, if you leave unexpectedly,
right?
That's a deal breaker.
If you're a ghoster,
yeah,
bye.
Or a super ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah. You mean people still? I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was referred to as dipping. The tobacco thing, right?
Yeah.
What baseball players do, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's a deal breaker for you. Dipping.
Yeah, I don't want anything gross in your mouth.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So there was there was one more medium. If a guy or a girl you like kinda wants kids, but you definitely do you keep going or see if they change their mind, or just stop cold turkey and keep it moving?
I think that means I think that depends on your age and whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, my last relationship, he was like, I was like, I don't know where you stand on kids, because he would kind of always joke about how he hated kids.
Right.
Like, kids, and he didn't really know how to act around them.
Right.
He acted like they were like little aliens.
Right. No,
like you were once a kid.
No, there are a lot of people who just can't tolerate.
My brother hates kids.
The energy of kids.
He used to want one, but now he's like, ugh, snot-nosed little fuckers. But
they're tough.
They are. I'm aware, but like, I guess it really you have to know that you're okay with what this person's saying because they told you from the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you really want kids, does that person want to adopt? Does that person want to do anything down the line when you're 60?
Yeah.
You know, or does he just want to sit at home and do nothing with his life and you guys have nothing together?
Right.
You have to decide that.
Yeah.
It would be a deal breaker for me.
Because
even though there's days where I'll be like, yeah, I want kids, but if it doesn't happen, I'd be sad, but not devastated. So I guess that's why it was not so much of a deal breaker for me, but I want the option. I want to know that I have the option.
Right.
And if you're with somebody who's definitely not,
yeah,
then you shouldn't be with them.
Well, yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. I was like, if someone says, if you're like, well, I don't know if I want kids, but the person is like, nah, I don't want kids.
Right.
Do you stay to see if the person changed their mind or try to convince them, or they said no, so you're like, you know what, no.
Who wanted kids
and
were in a relationship with a guy who has a vasectomy.
Wow.
It's reversible, don't get me wrong, but
is it?
Sure. Untie it back together.
What? No, I think okay, don't quote me on this, but I think what they do is because they asked you, they're like, yo, are you sure you want to do this? And you're like, yes. They're like, yo, are you sure you want to do this? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, all right. So what they do is so what I believe that they do is they take an emergency sample, because
and freeze it?
Yeah, because sometimes people don't.
An emergency sample.
Then because some people turn around and yo, a year or two later, they meet somebody, is the love of their life, and they're like, oh, let's have kids. And you're like, oh, I can't. Is there anything we can do? Yeah, you see, that's why we got it. All right, let me open up the fridge, and then there you go. And then but then that's it. Because that's it. I don't know if it's reversible.
One shot.
I don't know if it's reversible. Is tying your tubes reversible?
I think so. I don't know.
That's scary.
I don't know. That's why people freeze their eggs and stuff.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know. I mean, write us in and
but
let us know.
That's one of those things that if you really want children and he's like, sorry, snip snip. You have to know that factory shut down.
Right. Damn. I don't.
Why would you continue? For the sake of having somebody? Not worth it.
Right. Right.
Because once you start building, you accumulate things and feelings and emotions and books and clothes and cars and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I just put water down my pants. Good times.
Good times. We're trying to make pretend that it didn't happen. We're like, yeah, keep going. And she has this face it's cold.
And like then you're just sitting there like me with water on my freaking pants. Like, fuck, I'm screwed now.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's bad business.
Yeah.
But you have to figure out what they are. Like, I think at this age, everyone knows what they want, what they don't want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
And like, honestly, like, would you have given up God for religion, girl?
Thank you for. You're so good. That's the next thing.
I'm literally not reading that.
that's on the high. That's on the high list. Religion. My with my ex and my new / old girl that I was dating.
Religion girl.
Religion girl. Yeah. What? That's I don't know. I'm gonna say no because even though I wasn't staunch in religion, I didn't want to give up who I was.
Right.
You know? Even though it's not like, you know, like I said, I seldom go to church. Mm-hmm. Do I pray? You got to catch me. You know, right. Like maybe I do, but like, yo, it's really off on a whim, and it's not even like a, you know, going down on my knees and start praying. It's just like, you know, I just be like, yo, God, come on, man. What's really good? Why'd you do that for? You know, like that. Right. Like, that's like the extent of it. And, you know, I'm not like walking down with a freaking robe and doing like the Halo music, for everybody who knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. I just figured out which Halo you were talking about.
Well, just Halo. Oh,
I'm thinking of Beyonce.
Oh, stupid! No, freaking the video game. Yeah, thank you. Well, at least you got it. At least you got what I was referring to.
I had an ex-boyfriend who played way too much. Dealbreaker.
Dealbreaker. So there you go. There's Jen's dealbreaker: laziness,
too much football,
sports,
too much
video games. So stop that. All right, and you're good to go. All right. But yeah, I don't want to not be myself, you know?
Right.
Cause like with things, cause I remember I was starting to kind of censor myself around her, kind of, because okay, like you said that I have weird eclectic tastes. I piece things together, and you know that about me. So like I remember when we met at where did we meet? We met at Barnes and Noble's, and that's when she was. Well, I didn't know obviously, but that's when she told me that we weren't gonna be together. So I was like, okay. And
then from there, you went to breakfast.
No. We just had breakfast there, like you know, whatever they had, you know, because they had the Starbucks inside. So we went in. Well, she told me outside, and then we went in, right? And then she was like, okay, let me pick something to eat. I mean, not pick something. Pick something to sit, someplace to sit. And we're like, okay, so we went inside and we sat down, and while we were talking, I didn't pick the seat, she picked it. But we sat down, and she's facing out the window. But the way that I was positioned, if I just looked up and looked behind her, we were looking at the religion section.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But me, I look at stuff like that.
Right. Message.
You know, yeah. Because, you know, with me, and I know you're going to hate this, but, you know, with signs, remember? And he said, right. I don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah.
You know, that's sort of kind of like me. I don't believe in coincidences. Now, I'm not saying that like, oh, now I can, you know, whatever, do whatever. But I'm like, come on. That's amazing right there. And I even pointed it out to her. But the thing is, I wasn't going to point it out to her because I knew that she doesn't believe in that stuff.
Right.
But I did anyway because I was like, well, we're ending. You know? So I was like, look how funny that is. And then she was like, oh, that is pretty funny. But she just left it at that. But I was just like, wow, that's amazing that she's breaking up with me for religion. And we're right at the religion. Like, we're in the religion section. I was like, that's amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know, I was like, that's perfect. And then, you know, I went out and about my day, but that was like a little thing, like, wow, that's perfect. You know, but that's how I live my life. You know, spiritual, connecting to things, connectivity, things speaking to me. I look at that stuff, but I don't know how. I don't know if I would have to change myself. Well, not change myself, just not just be silent and censor myself because of that. I don't want to do that.
No.
And
I think that's the most important thing with deal breakers is that if you feel like you have to change yourself or change your beliefs due to this person, then you probably shouldn't be with them.
Right.
People kind of like get like weird about that stuff.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. That's true.
So I was reading that, I guess, like, I don't really watch the show 30 Rock.
Okay.
But Liz Lemon.
Yes.
Has, like, do you know who she is?
Yeah. Tina Fey.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know why I, like, didn't think you knew who she was. But you're like, yeah. Liz Lemon apparently has, like, this whole episode, which is, like, largely, based around deal breakers. I'm trying to find the thing that I had just looked up. So her list of deal breakers are: if he's an astronaut named Mike Dexter, if his nickname for you is Dummy, if him grinding up on you is the way you meet, if he hates 30 Rock, if he makes jokes about enslaving you, if he insults you and then asks you out, if his way of getting you to date him is by making you feel sorry for him, if he tries to have a threesome with two of your best friends, if he has more mood swings than you do, if he gets your number from a work file, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, and then I guess our tagline is "Shut it down, deal breaker." So if he talks while eating and some of his food hits your face and he doesn't even notice, if the first time he says "I love you" is through text, that would be a deal breaker.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a deal breaker for you?
Not really a deal breaker. It'd be like a minor thing.
Right.
If he says he's going to break up with his girlfriend for you, first off, it's a trap. Second of all, shut it down, deal breaker. So these are funny, but apparently 30 Rock had a whole conversation about it.
Right.
Tina Fey knows what's up.
All right. Well, here's an article. It's from, we haven't been here in a while, Elite Daily.
Hey, guys.
And it's by Zara Berry, and the article is "Relationship Red Flags You Can Forgive versus the Ones That Are Deal Breakers." Ooh. So this is pretty much the crutch of our episode. So she says, "Red flag that I can deal with: you don't have an amazing job. Red flag that I can't deal with: you have no ambition. Nothing will close my vagina right up, quite like a person who has no ambition.
I like this girl.
You don't need to have the dream job career yet, but you have to be boldly ambitious and have big, big dreams. Red flag that I can deal with: a troubled past. Red flag that I can't deal with: using your troubled past as an excuse to act like a maniac. Red flag that I can deal with: struggling emotionally. Red flag I can't deal with: not getting help."
All right, I like these.
Red flag I can deal with: feelings of jealousy. Red flag that I can't deal with: your jealousy holding me back. Yes, you can be jealous inside, but you can never let that jealousy boil over into you acting crazy or controlling.
That's pretty deep.
The inner things, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So there are things that you can tolerate, and there are things that are like, no, we can't do this. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Zara. I'm pretty sure it's Zara.
Well, are we at the meme of the day? Or?
Yes, we are. We are at the meme of the day. So what is it?
So the meme of the day just says deal breakers, and then it just gives you like kind of like a list of what deal breakers are. So I kind of figured people could kind of get the idea of what the episode is about just by looking at this fun meme. So the deal breakers that are listed on this meme are forgetful, bad breath, lateness, ugly, drunk, hairy, jobless, overly flirty, messy, bad listener, bad with S. Maybe S means sex.
Maybe.
Litterbug, self-centered, lives at home. These are from the Bethany show. Well, you don't have a show anymore, Bethany, so your opinion doesn't really matter.
Damn.
My bad. But yeah, so you guys have to write in, call, Tell us what your deal breakers are. Who done them? Who didn't do them?
Yeah, and what do you feel out of your deal? First of all, identify what your deal breakers are, and then see if you meet a great guy or girl, do you feel that they can supersede that deal breaker? Because I want to know what that is. We both know. We both want to know what that is.
And big shout out to everybody on my Facebook who hit us up and replied and gave us your input. You guys were very helpful.
Yeah, thank you.
You should check out our Bed Love Beyond Facebook page and start making some comments on there.
Definitely.
Or I'm going to start tagging you and shit. Because I do like your opinions.
Yes, your opinions rock.
Anything else, my friend?
No, but I did want to give a shout out because I completely forgot that I can really go deep down. I mean, we've given a shout out to the countries that are listening to us, and thank you so much. But I also found out that we can look at the states.
Oh yeah,
who are giving us, some love, and I really like that. So listen up for your state, the top 10 states that are listening to Bed Love Beyond, and again, we thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you.
Yes. So number 1, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Number 2, New York. Thank you so much. California. Number 3, Virginia. What's going on? Thank you very much. Wisconsin. Wow. Thank you.
Did it make cheese?
I think so. The big cheese, maybe?
Maybe.
Sorry if we're offending you.
Sorry, I don't know anything left.
Wisconsin.
Left
Thank you for that. Texas. That's,
yeehaw.
All my exes live in Texas. Not really. But
one of my exes came from Texas.
Oh, really?
The crazy one.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's the saying. All my exes live in Texas. And everything, what is it? Everything big comes from Texas or something like that?
Oh, Texas does it big. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't know your slogan.
The Colorado Rockies. Thank you, Colorado.
Congratulations
That's
on
awesome.
your legalization.
Oh, yeah. Maryland.
Oh, I like Maryland. Had a good time there.
You were going to say something?
At the aquarium. I like their aquarium.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Shout that place out. Do you remember it?
The National Aquarium.
Oh, okay.
In Maryland.
All right, there you go.
It was a good time for everyone.
There it is.
I got a book.
I got a book. And Rhode Island.
Damn, Rhode Island. You little, but you making moves. I'm the top 10.
Thank you so much for listening. That's really cool. Thanks, guys.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Well, thanks for rocking with us again. Another week. Next week we'll be talking about God knows what. Something good.
Yeah, definitely something good. And also probably by the time you hear the next episode, we're gonna have
more stuff up on Periscope.
Yeah, we're gonna have another recap of Married at First Sight, and we're also gonna have our first recap of You're the Worst. So please follow us on Periscope, Bed Love Beyond, or go to our Facebook page, facebookpage.com/bedlovebeyond. Okay. We also have Twitter and Instagram, both Bed Love Beyond. Oh no, sorry.
Instagram is Bed Love Beyond Official.
Thank you.
I wonder if we could change that.
Wonder
if we could change that.
Probably.
All right.
But yeah, so Instagram is Bed Love Beyond Official, Twitter Bed Love Beyond. Yeah.
Bed Love Beyond.
Yeah. What?
It's like at Bed Love Beyond.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of all the social media things because we're on everything. So yeah. So,
and our webpage is www.bedlovebeyond.com.
Yes. Yeah, and that is the show. So again, Gmail, bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. Please write to us. Write us your
deal breakers.
Your deal breakers, and would you forego the deal breaker for somebody who hits everything that you like?
It was 80-20, or if you're in Chi-Town, 70-30.
Yeah, Chi-Town. Yes. Thank you again, Hip Hop 101, for shouting us out, and now we're shouting you out.
I have to get the information exactly of where to find them, but we will tell you guys next show. But on Facebook, it's Hip Hop 101 Chicago.
Yes. All right, so definitely hit them up. All right, listen to that real. That real raw real. I mean, and get deep dish while you're out there too. Deep dish pizza. It's good.
I still got one in the freezer.
Really?
We might have to pop that in.
Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Thank